Hey guys, Pat Ryarkey here, also known as the Patriarchy, kicking social justice ass well into the year. I was gonna make a video about this earlier in a certain way, like kind of a satirical video, be very sarcastic. Because I saw this story all over my Twitter feed this morning, but V beat me to it, so I'll just try to do a different video and cover it. This is about Saffiyah Khan, and basically, there was this protest. The EDL was protesting in the UK, and there was a woman there in a hijab. God, what's her name again? I think it's Syra. But anyway, Syra, 24, she was there, and I guess she got surrounded by all these the English Defense League members, and she was worried she was going to get attacked. Then Saffiyah came in and stood up for her and basically looked at the head guy and smiled at him, and somebody took a photo. So the left is pushing this photo everywhere of this girl smiling at this guy. He's apparently like some right wing racist, and she defended this woman in hijab. Now, I'm going to go into why I don't think this is that brave, and I'm confused why the left is praising this. They keep comparing it to the Pepsi commercial. And I'll show you links to, I mean, it's everywhere. Anything you could think of. HuffPo, Vox, Vice, CNN, everywhere they've covered this. She is a hero. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they're going to have her on TV in the next couple of days just talking to everyone. She's everywhere like a hero, and they're like, see, we don't beat them with shouting, we beat them with smiling. Like, they're saying it's an iconic photo, an iconic moment. They just get to decide what becomes iconic, I guess. Now, she's photogenic. I'll give her that. She looks nice in the photos, but I don't know. Let's go into it a little bit, but just to get that out of the way, very confused why this has become such a big deal for the left. I mean, they are obsessed with this chick right now. Maybe because she's the first person they don't have hitting someone in the face from their side. Um, Anyway, this is the moment young Muslim Syra met her savior, Saffiyah Khan, or Safiya. I have a hard time saying that without saying Safiya. I want to say Safiya or Sophia, but I know it's like Safiya Khan. For the first time after photographers caught the iconic moment, she stood up to EDL protest. There's who EDL protesters who made Syra fear for her safety. Syra, 24, who found herself surrounded by English Defense League members before hero Safiya stepped in, has told how she felt she was going to be attacked by the 100-strong gang on Saturday. She was going to get attacked. No to racism. No to racism. Syra said to the men. She I guess she went up to them and yelled like "No to racism." And they met each other for the first time on Monday. There's some pictures of them holding hands because she saved her. Syra took the opportunity to thank Saffiyah for saving her from the gang of EDL members who were shouting a torrent of racist abuse in her face. Wasn't that awful? There's a picture of her holding a microphone protesting, the chick who was being surrounded by it, and she's surrounded by other people. Syra, center in blue hijab, says she was alarmed by the level of racism towards her by up to 100 EDL thugs. She said she was surrounded by the EDL members, including Ian Crosslander, when she interrupted their hate speeches to shout, "No to racism." Hate speeches, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they were actually saying hate speech or they were just against immigration. I'm not sure. Syra, who was wearing a blue hijab, said she feared for her safety when the angry Yobs proceeded to shout a torrent of racist abuse in her face. Syra and Saffiyah met on Monday evening in Birmingham for the first time after the protest, where the 24-year-old was able to thank her savior. Speaking after the protest, Syra said, "I had gone there because the EDL had chosen quite a central location. What I wanted to make sure was that anything being preached in a central location was countered so the public know it is not okay." Okay, so they were peacefully protesting, I guess, and she was Now, they said some people were hitting people from the EDL, but I don't think these people in this specific area were. Hero saves the day. Saffiyah Khan defused the situation, taking down the leader of the EDL. Yeah, she really took him down. My initial intention was to stand at the back with a placard so that anybody walking past could see that they were being countered. What I said was, "No to racism and no to Islamophobia." Oh, God. As soon as I said that, their speech stopped, and I personally feel like that was done deliberately as a signal to EDL members to go over to that girl speaking out. Okay, so that's that article. That was from The Sun. Here's from CNN talking about it, the great CNN. A woman is being praised for standing up to a supporter of British far-right group with a smile. The powerful moment was captured in a photo that has been shared widely on social media. The image shows the woman, identified by multiple media outlets as Saffiyah Khan, smiling at a man who is wearing a shirt The image shows the woman, identified by multiple media outlets as Saffiyah Khan, smiling at a man who is wearing a shirt emblazoned with the symbol of the right-wing English Defence League. CNN was unable to contact Khan on Monday. The encounter took place during the organization's gathering in Birmingham, England on Saturday. The rally was met with opposition, with the Birmingham Central Mosque organizing a tea party in answer to the EDL protest. The photo quickly spread on social media, and the users jumped to label Khan the latest face of the resistance against anti-immigrant sentiment. Politician, probably because she's like got a nicer face than all the other people who usually stand up for this stuff. Politicians also commended Khan, including MP Jess Phillips, who wrote on Twitter, "Who looks like they have the power here? The real Brummy on the left, or the EDL who migrated for the day to our city and failed to assimilate?" That's really weird. That's just judging people off based on photo, because this guy's small and he looks kind of angry, and then she's sitting there smiling, looking like stuck up. Like, she looks snotty more than anything. She just looks like she thinks she's better than him. It doesn't really come off like she's protesting him. She's not shutting him down by smiling at him. Like, if I go up to a feminist and do that, I don't win the battle. The Birmingham division of the EDL wrote on Facebook page that Khan broke through police and started shouting during a minute's silence that we were holding for the victim's terrorist attacks. Joe Giddens, the Press Association's photographer who took the photo, said he took a couple of minutes after the attempted minute of silence, and there's video evidence of this. Efforts by CNN to contact the West Midlands police for comment were not immediately successful. So we really have no history of this. It just seems like a lot of he said, she said. Let's see. I think I have one more article here about her. Yeah, the Telegraph. The good old Telegraph. Saffiyah Khan reunited with woman she stood up for against the EDL. The woman who became famous for standing up to the EDL with a smile was reunited with the person she was defending from them. The two had never met before, but Khan said that when she saw that Miss Savar was surrounded by people and looked intimidated, she felt she had to step in. Miss Savar explained, "They were saying, 'You're not English. This is a Christian country, not your country, and go back to where you came from.' I was alarmed and worried for my safety. I was born and bred in this country, so for these people to be saying these things was very wrong. There was someone behind me putting an Islamic phobia placard above my head and resting it on my head, and another person was shoving an EDL flag in my face. It was complete chaos," added Miss Khan. "Can you vouch for me as well as that there was 360 degrees around you? They were closing in." Miss Safar agreed. "Yes, there were so many of them." "Yeah, there was just 100 of them coming to attack you." "There's no excuse to be doing nothing, really," Miss Khan said. "Even if it just means calling the police and saying I just witnessed this. Even if there's no violence, just reporting it to the police means it comes up to their stats and they can look into it all and start working on ways to combat it." The picture of Saffiyah Khan touched hearts of people across the country, and she was described by our local MP, Jess Phillips, as a beacon of hope. Miss Phillips told the Telegraph, "Saffiyah personifies the Birmingham I know, not just because she is a young, bold Asian woman, but her laid-back attitude in the image says, 'We're better than you think.'" Okay. "I feel proud to be from the place that rejects far-right hatred, and Saffiyah is a beacon of that hope." The EDL appeared angered by the photograph, with their leader Ian Crossan saying she got lucky she has any teeth left. When contacted, the group agreed, saying yeah, she was lucky. Jeez. Okay, I'll tell you why this isn't brave. Because if you see this photo, the famous photo that's everywhere with her smiling at the guy, with she's giving a very vibrant smile looking at the guy. Every single one of these photos, she's surrounded by cops. There's cops everywhere in every one of these photos. I've seen video footage angle. There's a cop literally looking right at the fucking guy as she's looking at him, in between the two of them, and it looks like the cop's yelling at the guy. They're also surrounded by people wearing like what looks like security things, like orange things. There's like 3 or 4 cops. There's cops. I've counted 8 cops in several photos. There's like 12 over there. There's cops everywhere. What the fuck is this? There's rarely any violent attacks like this in this area in the UK, and it's rarely a hate race crime. That's actually very low in general. There's not a bunch of race hate crimes in the UK. It turns out the Brits aren't that racist. But the funny thing about this is that she basically saw some woman getting yelled at who was yelling back at them. They had more people, and then she comes up, smiles at a guy, someone takes a photo, and it's iconic. What did she do? What did she do? Why is this brave? Why is this? If there wasn't cops there and these people were actually like gonna punch her, I could get that. But there's cops literally everywhere. Nothing. She couldn't do anything. She knows they're not gonna be able to do anything. So she went up and shit. She fucked with them. She went up and smiled and fucked with them. She wouldn't do this if she couldn't get away with it. I mean, are you kidding me? This is like a girl at a bar fucking with you, knowing you can't hit her because you'll get thrown out of the bar. I mean, this is 101. What? Why is she getting praised? They keep saying she's like a beacon of hope. This is what we should do. What did she do? What the fuck? She just looked at a guy and smiled. I mean, don't get me wrong. The EDL guys sound like assholes. What if they really want to be violent? That's shitty. And if they were yelling at that chick, go back where you came from. That's not cool either. But they didn't violently attack her and the other woman, and there was cops everywhere, so I don't think they would have. They had protection. I mean, legitimately, I've looked at footage all over, and I've just found, 8 cops in the very right there around her. And from what I could see in the area, there's probably, yeah, I'm counting some helmets there, and it looks like, yeah, there might be dozens of cops there, maybe 20, 30. Even the area she's at looking at the guy, there's like just a dozen cops around her. So she basically went up to a guy with a bunch of cops, and then if you see later, like, they're all getting pulled away and taken out. So, yeah, I don't know. She basically just went up to a guy and smiled at him. It became a famous photo now. It's iconic, and she's brave and a hero and going to be praised universally. This is what the left has, people. Lauren Southern goes and gets urine thrown on her, gets attacked at the University of Toronto. Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos, they always get attacked or shut down at these events, and they go do it anyway. Ben Shapiro has balls of steel when he goes to some of these college campuses. I mean, she basically went up to a safe area, to a safe space. She was in a safe space with police because, they're always pro-police when it's those situations. There's no guns. There's not going to be any guns there. She basically went up to a guy who couldn't threaten her and smiled at him. And they kept calling them racist and stuff, which they may have been. But, yeah, whenever you start talking about Islamophobia, I have an issue with that because, fuck Islam, so fuck your Islamophobia. Yeah, I have Islamophobia. I have a phobia towards religion. It's dumb. Especially your religion, where it's got a political ideologue with it that's affecting a lot of people in the world, and terrorist attacks, which, do affect people that live there. So they might care about immigration a little bit, even though they are ignorant assholes. And I'm not just attacking her or defending this because I hate the left or anything. It's just, this is what they're gonna praise. This is what V was saying in his video, like, she deserves a Purple Heart. We should give her a Purple Heart, I don't know why V thought she deserved a Purple Heart. It seemed a little off, like he doesn't know what a Purple Heart is. But she'd be like, hey, let's give this girl a medal, Let's treat her, she deserves a medal. But that's how it is. Like, every time I see a publication, people are like, this is the bravest thing I've ever seen. I wish there was 100 more like her. Like, what? Man, if this is brave, I'm a goddamn war hero, because I've done a lot of shit that's way braver than that in much more tense situations. Oh my god. I mean, that's hilarious. Like, oh my god, wow, you went to a protest where people were yelling at each other and you stood there and didn't yell and cops were around you. How did you do it? Saffiyah Khan. Brilliant. I will say, though, she does look good on camera. That did help. But it doesn't really, I guess that's what it means now to become an icon, is to have a decent photo taken of you. This guy's not that famous. The EDL's not that famous. These things aren't having that kind of influence they like to have. It seems like the EDL is getting misrepresented in a lot of these leftist publications. It seems like they're trying to paint them way more racist and stuff. We're only hearing, like, one side of all this story. I haven't seen anyone else report about anything else. It's just her being a hero defeating them. Like, she just walked in like Jesus and shut it down. The power of Muhammad just possessed her and she kicked their ass. But yeah, basically, yeah, the Messiah complex continues. They need villains and they need heroes. She gets built up as a hero because she needs to be one. The same when Meryl Streep says nonsense in an award show, or anytime anyone does anything, it's considered brave. When they, it's brave for Caitlyn Jenner to be a woman and get awards and be rich and famous. Yeah, I'm sure that was really tough to be Caitlyn Jenner. It must just be awful to get away with hitting someone with your car. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know much to go into this. People might disagree with me. Some of you might shit on me. You might say what she did was brave, and you might not like the EDL. I could get that, but I think this is ridiculous. I think she comes off smug. I think she went there just to be smug. I think she just got lucky in the sense that she got lucky in the photo becoming popular. And I don't think she really did anything. This is praise for nothing. I mean, I don't sit around here and just praise people. I mean, the Watch Frogs do more to Shia than she ever did. This isn't elaborate. Like, oh, wow, you walked up to someone. Wow. Cool. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to go smile at radical feminists and stuff and see if that gets me coverage on CNN. Where's Jordan Peterson's coverage on CNN? Huh? Where's that? Why is he not getting coverage for when he stands up to stuff? I guess he's not as important. He's not fighting Islamophobia. Anyway, it's the patriarchy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this. What's your opinion in the comments? Do you feel like what she did was brave? Do you think that this was fighting injustice? Do you know more about the situation? Can you give me more on the EDL? Some of you that are local, can you tell me more about what was going on here? I could not find shit information on this. I Googled all over the place. It's basically just talking about her, and it's just puff pieces about how she's fucking amazing without really giving you a good reason why she's amazing. They're just telling you that she is, like it's a fact. And then the more I keep finding out about it, I'm like, what did she do? Fucking tell me. God damn it. What did she do, damn it? Like, I want to know. I'm curious. So I'm still up in the air there. Maybe she did more than I know. I could be wrong. I'm trying to be honest here. I don't know. But so far to me, this just looks like bullshit. I'm not going to say fake news, but bias reporting, right? Bias reporting, to say the least. Turning a non-story into big fucking news. And I don't know why. So until next time, go fuck yourselves.